Take it or leave it. A bid of 50 million euros has been tabled for Atalanta's Rasmus Højlund. Atalanta have received the bid. They are yet to react. Well, I'll tell you where it came from. Also, Scott McTominay might have found a buyer. Guys, it is happening. United's clean-out is beginning to progress steadily. I've got an update concerning the youngster Kobbie Mainoo, who was injured in the second minute of that loss to Real Madrid. Welcome to the hotspot. It's another day for us to burn you with the hottest news concerning Manchester United. Now, guys, we've been talking about it. We've been worried by it. We've been there waiting and hoping it doesn't happen. But, guys, finally, it has happened. Paris Saint-Germain has officially tabled a bid for Rasmus Højlund. 50 million euros, and they are saying take it or leave it. We are not adding a single penny to it. That is what we value the player at. That is according to the latest, confirmed by Fabrizio the Kingpin Romano as well, that Paris Saint-Germain have expressed their intent. They have made their statement of coming out to go head-to-head and toe-to-toe with Manchester United for the one striker United have looked to be so serious about. Paris Saint-Germain are saying, if you are taking your time, we have the money and let us proceed and bid for the player. Of course, they have just been, given millions of pounds by, the Saudi money bags for Kylian Mbappe. Of course, Mbappe refused the money, but Paris Saint-Germain will feel like they can have all the money now, and that is why they can come in and bully Manchester United. But what they do forget is that Rasmus Højlund is still very confident that United will come through and go for him, bid for him officially, because he does love Manchester United. He wants to play for Manchester United. He supports Manchester United, and that's why he will not be moved by what looks to be a beautiful offer from Paris Saint-Germain, because apparently he even turned down higher wage offers from Paris Saint-Germain to stay and patiently wait for Manchester United, with whom he's believed to have agreed personal terms of 5 years with an option of further 1 year. So, guys, in terms of Rasmus Højlund and going in Manchester United, there is no doubt for me that this young, exciting kid, who is so expensive if you play FIFA football, he's highly rated, is certainly going to join Manchester United, and he will be a success when he joins. Of course, United are believed to have put together a bid of 55 million euros plus 5 million euros in add-ons. Atalanta are still being stubborn, saying we want 70, nothing less than that. But what will happen? Well, the bidding talk is just starting, and like I told you, this week is going to be full of updates. Expect more concerning Rasmus Højlund tomorrow, and of course all throughout the weekend. But trust you me, Manchester United are serious. They are down to business, and like they did Mason Mount and later Andre Onana, Rasmus Højlund will be joining, and in quick succession, the plan is to bring in Sofian Amrabat as well as a backup for Casemiro, and it is believed as well that Manchester United have already agreed terms with Fiorentina for the player, but pending formalities to make things official. So, guys, there is positivity. Don't you be worried about the take it or leave it offer from Paris Saint-Germain. The player, Rasmus Højlund, has chosen in his heart the club he wants to join is Manchester United, but United as well. The feeling is mutual. So wait, it will happen. Guys, we struggled without a striker. We clearly look out of sorts without a striker. Whereas we build well, we play well. Without a natural number 9, there is no target man. So we are building for nobody. Because if you don't have a target man, you believe will bang in the goals, then you're building for nobody. So to whoever it may concern, and that does not work. You want to know you've got your Erling Haaland, your target man. That's why Man City will play building for their target man, and that's for me is what is lacking in what Erik ten Hag is building. But clearly he believes that Rasmus Højlund is that player who will come and become the only right missing piece in his puzzle of rebuilding Manchester United. Hotspot, subscribe, we proceed. Scott McTominay, many of you have wanted him out, but he has not been one of those linked to so many clubs, not even from Saudi. But guess what? West Ham United and David Moyes feel like he is the player for them. He is the dream player. He is their Kylian Mbappe. He is their Lionel Messi. As they say, one man's meat is another man's poison. For West Ham United, Scott McTominay is their meat, and they are saying they are about to table a bid for the 26-year-old young man to join them. Well, that would be good news for United at a time like this, when United is in a sell to buy situation where we've got to sell players to get money to even bid officially for Rasmus Højlund. Obviously, news that we could see Scott McTominay attracting a bid from West Ham United, for me, is impeccable news. I think this would be a perfect move for Scott McTominay. I think he would be a star player in that West Ham United team. He's certainly not at the level of Manchester United, but for me, for West Ham, that's where he belongs. So that should be a move he embraces with open arms, without a doubt. Now, speaking of arms open, they should be open and wide spread in the skies. If you're a Manchester United supporter, praying to your gods for the young man Kobbie Mainoo to heal fully. Well, after just under 3 minutes in that game, a dream game against Real Madrid, the teenager was involved in an altercation that ended him limping. That saw him limping off the pitch, and his dream of playing and starting a game alongside Casemiro against a big team like Real Madrid was cut short for just under 2 minutes. But guess what? The manager has seen him, and the empathetic manager Erik ten Hag did come out and make a statement about Kobbie Mainoo. Here it is. Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag has made a promise to Kobbie Mainoo. This is a promise from Ten Hag that more chances will come his way after he was injured in the opening stages of the Houston friendly with Real Madrid. It was not a malicious injury, to be honest. It was an accident. The teenager was handed the responsibility of anchoring the midfield alongside Casemiro against the Spanish side's top quality engine room, renowned as arguably the best in football. However, a moment to savor turned sour when a freak collision with Rodrigo, who fell into the academy product when brought down by Casemiro as he made tracks towards Andre Onana's goal, prompted a premature end to his evening. Premature ending to a promising evening for a youngster, but the boss is promising more, telling him, don't you worry, nights like these will come again, and when your time comes, you will be man enough to stay in there and play your part. So guys, there is nothing to worry about. The injury is not that bad. It's not the most dangerous of injuries, obviously. So you shouldn't be worried about Mainoo. I think he could be coming back. Of course, there are a couple of legends, of the club who are devastated for him. Devastated for him, certainly, because of what happened to the young lad. But of course, we've got to pick up the pieces and look up and say, well, this is part of the game of football. It's part of growth and maturity. He should be, I think, having the mentality to return, and when he returns, he slides back into that space, or when he's given the chance, he takes it, runs away with it, and never looks back, because Kobbie Mainoo is surely one player for the future. But guys, as I do wind up, I think for me, the wrap-up for today, you look at Manchester United after that loss to Real Madrid, and you feel if we are on the road to 10, I feel like we have crossed the halfway line. I think we are at 6, to be honest, or 6.5. I don't feel like, I don't think there is a lot of work for us to do. Yes, there is. We are not there yet, but in terms of in terms of the identity and style of play, we've crossed the halfway mark, and for me that's important. We've always been oscillating below the average bar, below the halfway mark for me. Ever since Sir Alex Ferguson left, we've been there. No coach has seen us cross to the other side of the bar. I think Erik ten Hag has proved that, leave alone him winning a title. So for me, the way we play these days is so organized. You clearly see that we are building something. You see a team that is properly coached. You see a team that knows what they are doing. For me, it's so important. And I feel like there is significant progress for Manchester United. And that's why we should be sure that when the two quick signings are made, and these are believed to be the only two signings left for Manchester United to make this summer, when those two signings are made, for me, I feel we just need to wait and see how they fit in, because we are playing without a target man. The lack of a striker. When you get Rasmus Højlund as the target man, we want to see whether he's good enough to bury the chances, because clearly we can't create chances now because of how we are quick with our transitions. We've got ideas, but also for me, and most important, constantly. The depth in the Manchester United squad is quite amazing. You love to see it, because depth is what you need if you're going to be competing with teams the likes of Manchester City, the likes of Arsenal. You need depth in your squad, and for me, Erik ten Hag is beginning to look like he's building that. So guys, come the 14th, I believe Wolves will have a proper test of football made in Dutchland by Erik ten Hag. Subscribe to the Hotspot. My name is Webb, and of course there is more updates that will come later concerning the biggest football club in the world. Don't you move a muscle. This is the Hotspot, and this is where we get to burn you with all the hottest news concerning Manchester United. Don't you move a muscle.